one and all. Welcome to the last Saturday before Christmas. We are going to do a slight bit different this week. We have got Darren as well as Wend. We've got Jim and myself. So there's the four of us, and it's going to be questions and answers. So it is. So,
Bah humbug.
Yes.
bah humbug across the board. But then again, some of us are bah humbug and some of us are just lazy people.
Yes.
Busy people.
Yep. So what we'll do is we'll start with a quiz, and as we do the quiz, it will lead into topics of movies, TV shows, Christmases. Most, if not all, the questions are Christmas related. How you categorise some of them.
Right.
I think they're all Christmas related, but some people will change their mind. So, what we'll do? Who wants to go first?
Pick me.
Right, Jim. There's 10 categories.
Mm-hmm.
Pick a number between 1 and 10.
Let's go for lucky number 3.
Lucky number 3, Home Alone. Yeah. So, I need to actually undo that, and I need to actually bring up my spreadsheet to keep a score. The object of this quiz is you get a question. If you answer it correctly, you get 2 points. If you wish to pass it over, you pass it over to name someone to pass it to. If they get it, they get 1 point. However, if they don't get it, you get your point. You get 1 point. So you answer it, 2 points. You pass it on, they answer it, they get 1 point. If they fail to answer it, you get your point. So pick a number between 1, 2, and 3 for Home Alone because they're all different. Some of them are easy, some of them are not so easy.
Let's go for number 1 then.
Number 1.
The easy one.
Why did Kevin think he was a thief? What did he steal?
Toothbrush.
Correct. 2 points. Yay! I've actually not put my soundboard on. I've not put my soundboard on, so I can't give it a yay. I should put my soundboard in just to actually get this, but I'm already started, so I'll just yay it. So, Darren, who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Okay, 2 or 3?
2.
2. How old was Kevin McAllister?
Oh my God.
You can pass it over, and if you think.
I'm going to pass it to Darren.
Okay. I think I remember this. He was 8.
Correct, Darren. You get 1 point for that one.
Because I didn't have a clue.
It was 8 years old, yes. So, Darren, you've got the last question.
Okay.
A very easy one. How's that? Name the 2 villains.
Uh-oh.
You can pass it on if you're not entirely sure.
I will pass it to my good lady here.
Oh, that's not a good idea. I have
remember this is something I had a trouble with when we were talking the movie.
When you watched it last week, I can't
remember.
Hold on. No, my brain is officially shutting down for
so
the
Darren gets another point for that one.
Hey.
Right, Jim, could you have got it if it was passed to you?
It's Marvin Harry, isn't it?
Correct. Marvin Harry.
Oh, see? Yeah.
But you see, I only really remember Marv, so Harry was kind of a guess. I will have to admit that.
I remember at the time, I remembered Marv. It was Harry I kept forgetting, which was Joe Pesci's character. I kept, because he only mentioned it twice, I think, in the whole movie. And that's why I kept forgetting it. So, Wendology, pick a number between 1 and 10, excluding 3.
6.
6 is Muppets Christmas Carol.
Uh-oh.
So 1, 2, or 3?
2.
2. Which actor played Ebenezer Scrooge?
Michael Caine.
Correct.
Oh,
Sir Michael
God, I knew
Caine.
that one.
2 points.
That's pretty
Okay.
much the only one I knew.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
me.
And me.
Right. Well, Darren, you're next. Pick a number, 1 or 3.
3.
3. Who was the director of Muppets Christmas Carol?
Ooh.
Looking at these faces here, which one's looking like they know? Let's see.
I couldn't phone a friend, could I? Pass. I'm afraid I'll have to pass on that.
Who do you want to
We
pass
didn't
it?
pass it to.
To you.
Oh, don't do that. Didn't you see the completely blank look on my face?
No, but
Right.
you're facing away from the light.
I'm passing it. I'm officially passing the buck. I'm passing it to PJ.
Well, I already know the answers. That's a thing. Mate. But right, so no points for anybody in that one. Oh, sorry, 1 point for Darren in that one because he passed it and Wen didn't get it.
You've got a good gig going there.
So, Jim, would you have got it?
I have a feeling that I should know, and it would be someone a little bit more noticeable, like Steven Spielberg or one of the bigger names. But
Nope.
I am not certain.
It was directed by Jim Henson's son,
No
Brian
way.
Henson. It was his debut directorial film.
Cool.
Nicely
There
done.
you go. So,
Didn't they know that?
yeah. And now, Jim.
Oh,
You're-
I'm not going to have a Scooby, but let me pick number 1.
Yeah. What year was the Muppets Christmas Carol released?
Oh, I do get minus points if I get the year wrong. Don't I?
You just get 0 points, but if you pass it on and the other person gets it wrong, you get a point, and if they get it right, you don't get a point, but they do get a point. So you
When
can
an-
just say, I'm not passing it, and I'll take 0 points.
Wen and Darren are suspiciously silent in this one, so I'll give it to Darren.
Right.
So, Darren, what year?
I got something is telling me 1991.
You were out by 1 year, 1992.
Right.
Oh,
So,
Correct.
Jim, you get a point for that one. See, I'm actually trying to do it in a way that if you get it wrong, you get 0 points. If you get it right, you get 2 points, and then we can pass it. I'm not mentioning other quizzes. So, Darren, pick a number between 1 and 10, excluding 3 and 6.
9.
9. This is a miscellaneous
Oh.
category.
Ooh.
There is 3 miscellaneous categories, and this is one of them. So, pick a number, 1, 2, or 3.
2.
2. A Christmas Carol. Which character declares, Merry Christmas, one and all?
Scrooge.
Tiny Tim.
Who?
Tiny Tim.
Oh,
Remember
God.
in Scrooge, the one with Bill Murray? It's the only word they ever said at the end, and his mum went.
Oh, of course.
So, 0 point. 0 point. Right, Jim. Right, I'm just making sure I'm blocking these out so I don't actually ask the same question. So 1 or 3?
3, please.
3, please. In which children's classic is it always winter but never Christmas?
Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Correct. Yay!
Nice one.
Yes.
Very good.
Well done.
I've got some bonus questions in here as well sometimes if it comes up.
This is a great format, PJ. We need to do this some more.
Yeah, I just went through a load of Christmas things and actually just thought, what questions? Then I went online for other questions that I had an idea, but I needed to check the answers.
Mm.
So that's what I did. So a majority of them I already knew the answer and I typed it up, but I just thought a wee bit of fun. And that way we could talk about things, because like Home Alone, it reminded us about it and we can talk about it. And it's that type of thing. So it will remind us about things and then we can discuss them. We don't need to wait until the end of the quiz. We can just start talking about them straight off.
Oh,
So,
quiz, that's fun.
yeah. So, that leaves Wend with the easy question of the round.
That's good.
Who
Especially,
is returning to Death in Paradise for the Christmas special?
Ooh. I'm going to pass it to Darren.
Ben Miller.
Danny John Jules. It's Officer
I should have known because
Wayne Myers.
that
Yeah,
question.
no, it's Danny John Jules. Come on. It was an easy
Yes, I
question.
should have known that.
So you get 1 point.
I was going to say Chris Marshall because I hadn't heard anything. So I was
Yeah.
thinking, who would it be? Who would it be?
Yeah,
One of the previous leads.
I thought Ben Miller because I saw him being interviewed on Breakfast
No,
yesterday.
but remember, Ben Miller got killed.
I thought he could have been a host. He could
See,
have
I'm
been a
on.
host.
I follow Danny
Host
on
at Christmas,
Twitter,
yeah.
and he actually posted stuff going on about how I'm not going back there. It's full of it. I mean, and he's always
Called me out.
Really?
yeah. And there was the rumours for a while he'd been coming back for the special. So
Well,
yeah.
Danny John Jules, that'll make it worth a look. Then we'll watch that.
Hey, Kelly.
Definitely.
Thanks for joining us. Yeah, Death in Paradise was fun.
I love Death in
And I
Paradise.
love Danny.
It's one of the only TV shows that me and my wife enjoy together. She's not a big fan for fantasy stuff, but Death in Paradise not being fantasy. She likes it. Right. So after the first 3, we have got Jim on 5 points, Darren and Wen both on 3 points. Ooh, first round.
Oh, I'm getting both
Tearing
the
it up.
festive spirit and the competitive spirit.
Yeah. And hi, Kelly. Thanks for joining us. Just see if you can work out if you can beat them. You're obviously 3 questions behind, but we'll see. So, Jim, you went first that round, and we'll go. Wen, you can go first this round. So, pick a number 1 and 10, excluding 9, 3, or 6.
4.
No 3, 6, 9. The dark line. That's not a Christmas one. Oh, wait.
4.
Pick a number. 4.
I'm going with a 4.
Right. Miracle on 34th Street.
Oh my God.
Okay, now we're
I'm
talking.
done already.
Yeah. 1, 2, or 3.
1.
1. How many versions of Miracle on 34th Street are there?
Oh, that would be a total guess. That would be a total guess. I mean, studying Jim's face. Let's see. Does Jim know it?
Poker face.
Yes, poker face. Poker face. I'm going to say 2.
Correct.
Oh my God.
2.
I should play the lottery today.
When you get 2 points. And as a bonus question for all 3, you'll only get 2 points. Well, you'll get a point for each of the years. What years were the 2 versions made?
What? Oh God, I have
think
no.
the second one was 1980, 81. I could be completely wrong.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to wait to see everybody gets an answer in. So there was 2 versions made. What were the years that both versions were made?
I honestly don't know. I feel like I should know the first one just because that one is talked about more often.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes.
But
the Richard Attenborough one, yes, is talked about a lot more often because it's the most recent one.
I'm definitely going to have to plead Dane Bramage again tonight.
Right, so you have got Darren, you said 1980,
81.
81, and you can't think of the earlier one. What about you, Jim? None?
So first one must be 60s, 50s somewhere. And the second one must definitely be early 90s because he has the Matilda child actor. She was
Right,
really
so
popular back then.
years? What years?
I'd say 91 for the second
Right,
one.
what about the early one?
Let's go 54. I think it might be too early.
Right across the board. There was two versions, 1947 and 1994.
Oh, Kelly came close.
Wow.
Yeah, 1940s
For the
was
first.
for the first one, yeah. But she's never even seen any of the two of them. I've seen both. I've seen both. I do prefer the Richard Attenborough one, but I have seen both.
Yeah. But I definitely have a feeling that it had to be like the post Second World War when they were trying to bring cheer in and everything. Because there's a lot of like uplifting stories that is coming around.
Yeah, exactly.
Very closely there. So.
Yeah. So
Hey, Cam. Thanks for joining us.
Hail Cam.
Enjoy putting away your groceries.
We've
that
already done
was
that.
the first one. This who's next? Let's see. Jim. 2 or 3?
Let's go for 2.
2. You picked the hardest one. Which British actor played Santa Claus or Chris Kringle in the 1947's A Miracle on 34th Street?
Oh, not a Scooby. Let's give that to Wen.
Okay. I'm going to take a punt on this one.
Uh-huh.
I'm probably wrong because I think I'm wondering if I'm confusing two different ones.
I thought it was going to be more fair because you said you do like them.
Okay, I'm going to take a punt. We're Lives.
No, but Kellyanne speaks to it.
Oh, well done, Kelly. I put my hand over the chat because I didn't want to. I didn't want to see what people are putting out there.
Jim gets a point for that one. No,
well
he doesn't.
done.
He does. He passed it on.
Yeah, as soon as I saw, I can see Edmund Gwen. As soon as I see the name, I'm like, should have thought of that.
Yeah, he's a character actor from a lot of movies around the time, and he's
one
of the few character actors which the class is one who actually worked his way up to the point where if his name was on a movie, it made bank, because in the 40s there was very few of those what the classed as bankable names. Even superstars weren't classed as bankable names. So you might have James Cagney, but it depended on the movie he was in, was guaranteed money. Whereas if Edwin Gwynn was in it, it was one of those names that it was good. It was basically seen as a good actor in a good role because of him. So it was just one of those. He was one of those actors at the time. So final one for Darren. An easy one.
Ready?
What does Susan give the judge at the end of the movie?
Pass.
We're going to pass it
to.
Who you passed it to? Or if you don't need to pass it to, if you want to keep it, so nobody gets the point.
He's already passed it.
Who you passed it to then?
To Wen.
He's passed it to me, to be fair.
I've already.
Which I've advised several times is not a good idea tonight. What was the question again?
What does Susan give the judge at the end of the movie?
I have no idea. Not a Scooby.
This is an easy one.
Candy cane?
Right, Jim, what was it?
A $1 bill.
A $1 bill. Remember that was all about In God We Trust, which you could say that if the government could actually say In God We Trust, even though they can't touch them, then Santa Claus is alive and well.
Yep.
Now we've got one of those nutcases on again. Hold on, block.
They're lonely.
Yeah. But there you go. So, Darren, you get the point for that one.
Well done.
But you're glad you didn't pass it to Jim. So that's Miracle on 34th Street. So who was that one? That was Wend. Right. Darren, pick a number 1 and 10, excluding 3, 6, 9, and 4. It's getting to get harder with me just saying it.
Excluding, remind me.
3, 4, 6, and 9.
8.
So number 8 is a miscellaneous set of questions.
Again. Ooh.
So pick 1, 2, or 3.
1.
1. In Friends, Ross couldn't find a Santa outfit. What did they dress up as?
Oh, I've not watched much Friends, so I have no idea. I'll take a wild guess. Fred Flintstone. I've got no idea.
No, he played the holiday armadillo. He could only get an armadillo costume. So he went as the holiday armadillo costume.
Oh my God, it's been like way too long since I used to love Friends. I used to watch it a lot, but I can't remember. I would never have got that one.
Yeah.
It's too long ago.
The thing is, I remember that one so well. It was just one of those ones that was just stuck in my mind. An armadillo to make it Christmas.
There's one episode that totally like eclipses everything else in my mind, and that's the problem with Friends, is the episode where they were fighting over the chair, and Chandler, one of them took Chandler took all the cushions off the chair. So Joey went into Chandler's room and put on everything.
All his clothes on, basically commando.
And then he was going commando and he was doing lunges. That is my favorite episode.
Friends did a lot of good stuff. Some of it was sort of, I think a lot of it was good, but some of it sort of faded. You can't remember it. It was just to keep it going. But I think a lot of it was still one of those ones where they stick with you. There's certain ones.
Yes, definitely.
So, that was Darren, wasn't it? And
yeah,
and didn't get it. So, Jim, 2 or 3?
Let's go for 2 again.
2. The Snowman was shown on TV for the first time in Boxing Day on what year?
1980.
It's like Mastermind.
So what year did they go walking in the air? See, if I had my time, I could have took it down, but I didn't.
It's going to be wild stab, so I'll say 87.
1982.
Oh.
However, that leaves Wend with the easy question.
Go on, then.
And I know they're only easy if you know the answer.
I know very little this evening.
Doctor Who.
Okay, we're getting that.
Which Doctor made his debut in 2005's festive special? I can tell you the name of the festive special if it helps, but it will reduce it by 1 point.
I have to pass.
Who you passing it to?
And the answer is David Tennant.
It is David Tennant. Well done, Darren. So there you go. So
hey, Archer Cullen. Thanks for joining us.
Evening.
Hi, Archer. Thank you. So, was that round 5? And that was the first. That was it was A Christmas Invasion was the episode. So it was.
with the spinning Christmas trees
Oh
Yes.
yeah,
And-
I know that.
and
Yeah,
the robot Santas and stuff.
I
like
totally,
that.
yeah, I love that one. Yeah, I totally remember that one.
There was only 1 point scored in that round.
I'm just brain dead tonight.
Right, so who's next? Who's done? So they've got who's done 2 requests. So it's Darren. Pick a number. 1, 2, 5, 7,
I think
Okay.
we'll go for 5, right in the middle.
5. White
Yeah.
Christmas. My favourite. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Anyway, numbers 1, 2, or 3.
2.
2. Who played the role of Betty Hayes? Sorry, Haynes. Not Hayes, Haynes. It's the Haynes sisters. Who played the role of Betty Haynes?
I'm afraid I'm going to have to pass on that one.
We're gonna pass it to.
I shall pass that to Jim.
Can I pass it back to Gwen?
Yeah. You either answer it or no, and that way Darren gets the points.
That's true. No, it's completely blank. I should know the name, but it's completely blank.
Yes, welcome
It
to my world.
was Rosemary Clooney.
Oh my god, yeah, I know her name
I
well.
know the name,
Oh.
yes. I
Darren
confess,
gets
I've
the point for that.
never,
Say that again.
I've never actually seen it.
Right. Wend, 1 or 3?
3.
3 is probably the hardest question. And
Oh, that's really good news.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
who designed the costumes?
Who designed the costumes? What are we talking about? White Christmas?
White Christmas.
I'm gonna have to pass to Darren.
Oh, I haven't. Not a clue, I'm afraid. Don't know.
That way Indy gets 1 point.
Yeah, I'm getting this game now.
Yeah. The answer was Edith Head. Edith was one of the biggest named costume designer in the golden age of Hollywood. So she was.
Oh,
Ah.
Kelly got that.
Yep. Kelly's got it.
Hey, Disaster Area. Thanks for joining us.
Hello.
Alec Jones.
Hey, Disaster.
Nothing.
And the
No.
TV show, I know. Everybody assumed it was. There
Yeah,
you go.
He did the advert.
And I pass it to IMDb.
Yeah, that's what I need.
IMDb, I like it, yes.
It's the same for me. She's the only one with the name I know.
Just me and the
So
lady.
it's like me. So that leaves question number 1 for Jim. What year was it White Christmas released?
Oh,
I know, another one of those ones.
so I was off by 5 years last time. What's this? 3, 4 though? No, it can't be. So I will go 48.
You missed by 6 years this time.
Oh,
1954.
that's what I did last time. Well,
So
almost.
you
Colin
get no points for that one.
Archer Collin got pretty close. He had 1952.
Kelly said 46 and 52. Yay!
Yeah.
So, but that being one of my favourite all-time movies, I can't help. It's basically I knew the answers to those ones. They were the ones that I didn't even have to check the answers for. So I know I'm a sad git. So what we'll do is we will do a bonus question. Who played the other sister and what was her name? So there's 2 points coming here.
Right. Okay, I'm not a Scooby.
I was just looking.
You should have used this one for the hardest question.
Yeah. 42. The answer is always 42.
Yes.
Indeed.
Absolutely correct.
So
Colin.
there's 2 points. So name the fourth person who starred in it, you obviously had Bing Crosby, Danny Kaye, and Elizabeth Clooney. Who was the fourth person that starred, and what was her character name? And no guesses? No guesses at all?
Nope.
And no, it's not Doris Day, but I know where you're going. It was Vera Ellen. She played the sister, Judy Haynes. She was the one that could dance. The other one couldn't really dance. That's why when the two of them were together, they didn't do a lot of dancing because Elizabeth Clooney couldn't dance. Whereas you see the dance numbers with Vera Ellen doing the dancing, and it's her on her own without the sister.
Interesting.
There you go.
Interesting trivia.
So that leaves us 4 more before we go into the bonus ones. So who's to back to? We'll go back to Jim. Pick a number, 1, 2, 7, or 10.
Let's grab lucky number 7.
Lucky number 7. How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Oh, this could be interesting.
Pick a number, 1 to 3.
1.
1. What was the name of the little girl who befriended the Grinch? To me, this is the hardest one, I must admit. So, no luck. You picked the hardest one.
Right, one for you, Wen. Passing it.
See, that's a good thing with hard questions. You just pass it on, you get a chance of getting a point.
Next time I'm passing it to the chat.
Yes. Yes.
What was the name of the little girl who befriended the Grinch?
I love this so much as well, and I just haven't seen it in a while. I can see her face. I don't know. I can't think of it.
It is.
Better not be Sally.
It is Cindy.
Oh,
Cindy Lou. Who she was a Lou. She was one of the Hoovely Who's or Hoovel Who's.
Cindy
so
Lou.
Cindy Lou.
Close, Kelly.
It was Cindy Lou. No, and I'm going. That was from the 2000 movie. There was a couple of movies. It's the 2000, not the 2018 one, the remake.
Yes, and yes to Archer. It is sort of a Christmas movie quiz.
It's a Christmas quiz. Mostly movies. There are occasionally bits of TV in there as well. Transported the lights. Yep. But almost getting there. Right. So that was Jim. You got the point for that one.
Yay.
So Darren.
Right.
2 or 3?
2.
2. The easiest question. Who directed the 2000s Grinch movie?
Pass. I'm sorry. I know nothing.
But who shall you pass it to?
I'll pass it to Jim.
Oh, nope.
I see. I could have given you a clue and went, "Hey."
Oh.
Font.
It's not the Fonz, but that was just a clue.
Oh,
Ron
No,
Howard.
I'm thinking it's related to that.
6 degrees, maybe 6
Ron
degrees.
Howard.
Yeah.
Ron
Yeah.
Howard.
Yes.
Yes.
Very good.
No,
That was a really
and
good
it wasn't
question.
Hedley Winkler. I was only giving it for the happy. Ron Howard.
That was a sneaky little PJ, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I went
So-
Henry Winkler in my head, and then
Right. So
oh my god, I'm tired of coughing. Just to let everybody know, I'm really tired of coughing, and my next step, since the cough syrup is not working, is drain cleaner. I'm just
Yes.
saying.
right,
I've
so
already-
Darren, you
I've already
didn't
lost
pass
my
that, did
toilet.
you? You didn't pass that. Or did you pass? Who did you pass it to?
To me, and I did not succeed.
Get it. So Darren gets the point. I know I'm too much. I'm paying attention to the chat. Yep, Ron Howard. So, final question to end. What was the main dish in the Who's dinner?
Was it roast beast?
Correct.
Yes!
Yay!
Yes, I got one.
Roast beast.
I got one.
There you go. So that leaves us 3 more categories. And then we'll do some random questions. Okay, who are we back to now? Darren, 1, 2, or 10?
Oh, 10.
10, a miscellaneous quiz. So
Another
1, 2, or
one.
3.
Hey. Okay.
And these are actually 3 quite easy ones as far as I remember. So, what 1, 2, or 3?
1.
1. Nail up, Jim. In Die Hard, what does Detective John McClane write on the sweater of the dead henchman to send a message to Hans Gruber?
Ooh. I'm afraid I shall have to pass that to my good lady Ranger.
Not that I'm like doing semaphore here or anything. He said, and I quote, "Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho."
Correctamundo.
Might have seen that movie a couple of times.
I've only
Yes.
seen one, so there we are.
2 times.
And that's why I was saying you were lucky, because Jim would have got the 2 points in that one. I know he would have. So after all, it's his favourite Christmas movie. Right. So, when do you get the 1 point in that one? And your question next. 2 or 3?
2.
2. Gremlins. What Disney film were the gremlins, or the evil gremlin watching in the movie theatre?
I've got no idea. So I'm going to pass that to Jim.
Oh, it's which Disney film is it? Because there are quite a few of the different famous characters, if I remember it correctly. So I don't know exactly which one it is. I do know it's a Disney film, but I do believe you see Donald Duck.
Oh, fuck.
I'm not sure if it's Mickey or if it's Goofy that's in there as well. But which specific one, I don't know. You get the point. But
Yes, when you get the point. Remember, it was actually all to do with a song. You only saw them, all the gremlins, singing a song. Hi ho,
oh,
hi
my,
ho.
now
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. They were all singing it. Remember, they were all sitting there going, hi ho, hi ho.
Oh, where did I get the fact that they see? So that might have been on a TV set.
It could have been in
I-
any one of the TVs, but in the movie theatre, they were all singing with the popcorn all over the place, shotguns, things swinging. They were all sitting there going, hi ho, hi ho. With the
So long since I've seen that.
And they have that perfectly raspy, like mini monster voice choir on there. Yeah.
So,
And I should have clocked that because I saw Gremlins this morning.
yeah. And the easy question. I think this is the easiest question out there, because it has been brought up in a couple of the questions. So, Jim, Jingle All the Way. What was the name of the trendy toy the son was desperately wanted, that Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad were fighting over?
It's not something like Robotron or something like that. Was it one that had like 2000 in its name because it was kind of that time of time in our history everything had bolted on like 2000 or version 2000. It's Ultratron.
Turbo
heck,
Man.
Turbo Man.
Yeah. So 1 points. So now, with 2 categories left to go, we have got Wend on 10, Jim on 8, and Darren on 6. And the
How did
chat
I get
on
10?
4.
That's what
Eh?
I want to know. How did I get
Because
10?
basically you've been passing and people have actually you got the point.
In all fairness, I should turn off my camera so my face isn't revealing anything. I know that's
Right. So now we've got 2 more categories. And that was Darren. So Jim, pick 1 or 2.
Let's grab number 2.
It's a Wonderful Life. Questions 1, 2, or 3.
I'll go for number 3. Please be one of the areas I do recall.
How many children did George Bailey have?
5? That's a question.
You were out by 1. He had 4.
Oh.
Oops.
Probably
So,
because one of them were friends or something.
yeah. So, Wend,
Yes.
pick 1 or 2.
1.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Who was the guardian angel for George?
Oh my God. Why couldn't you ask me who George was? I'm going to pass it to Darren.
So, who was the guardian angel for George Bailey?
Clarence.
Clarence is correct. For a bonus point,
man.
however, so you get 1 point for that one.
Okay.
For a bonus point, and you're the only one that's going to get this option for the bonus point, is what was his surname?
Ooh.
Pass. Archer Collar put something in the chat just now.
Clarence cross-eyed line. Yeah, no. Right, Darren, what was it? What did you think? What was Clarence's surname?
Don't know. Can't remember.
I'm guessing it wasn't the Guardian Angel.
It was Oddbody. Clarence Oddbody.
Wow.
Yep.
Isn't that Carry On Screaming?
Now, there's a movie and a half.
Indeed.
I love Carry On Screaming.
Yeah.
So, we've got the last category.
Okay.
So, obviously, you can't get to pick it with. 1, 2, or 3. It is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Is this for me?
Oh, no, there's a question missing. Sorry, I do apologise.
Oh.
Darren's question we missed, didn't we?
Aye.
Aye, because that was a Passover. Darren, your question was, what year was It's a Wonderful Life released? I do apologise, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, that's Iron Brew, honest. I
I think that
last night, but
in actuality, we're all completely shattered. That's what
It's
it
a
is.
Wonderful Life. Black and white. I'm thinking 1948.
Oh, 1946.
Oh, you were close.
So close. Now, a bonus one for all 3 of you regarding to Clarence Oddbody. Who played him?
I knew you were going to ask that. Not a
No,
scoop. Not a
the name
scoop.
slips. Can I pass it to the chat?
Okay, chat. Who played Clarence Oddbody in It's a Wonderful Life?
Come on, chat.
10, 9,
No.
8, 7,
I can
6,
see him.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that was harsh, PJ.
It's only because I need to make sure they can't type faster than me counting.
Yeah,
Because I know they would pass it to IMDb, because that's what I would have done.
yeah.
I had to look this one up myself.
Wikipedia.
Clarence Oddbody, but I didn't know who played him. And it was Henry Travers.
Wow. Yeah, I would
Another
never have
character
gotten
actor,
that.
because I know he was very recognisable in the movies of the time. And superb. He's absolutely fantastic. So the final one on the categories is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. 3 questions. What I'll do is I'll just who's to do it, who's first. Jim, 1, 2, or 3?
3, please.
3. Neil Oxon. Name the neighbours on Christmas Vacation. If you can get one of the neighbours, I'll give you 1 point and not pass it over. So you can see it's a married couple.
Yes, yeah, I see them in front of me, but for me, the names are just gone. One for you, Darren.
I don't know. Can't remember.
It was Margot and Todd. Margot I remembered because I don't know. I think Todd was sort of more of a background character. Margot was the one that was a wee bit more upfront.
You see, all that was raining down in my mind was just like, oh, basic, generic, like you would think these are American names from this time. And it's like, I was just coming up with Sam and
Yeah.
like, nope.
Yeah. Okay, Darren, 1 or 2?
1.
This determines if Wendy gets the easy or the hard one. So
1.
you 1. You get the easy one. What was the cousin's name who came to visit the Griswolds?
I'll just have to pass to Wendy.
No idea.
So Darren gets the point, and it was cousin Eddie.
Okay.
That was the easier one because God, what was his name?
There's one bit of this film, again, I think that has managed to eclipse all the other scenes for me.
Yeah, it wasn't Margot and Jerry. No. Right, when?
Barbara?
What year was it released?
Who's the question for?
You. This is the third and final question in the round.
Me.
What year was Christmas Vacation released? And no, it wasn't Cousin It either.
You see, that's what I was thinking.
That's gotta. I mean, I would just totally be guessing.
Oh, you can pass it over. Both wants to guess to see if you get the points.
I'm gonna just take a wild guess and say 1985.
You were out by 4 years, 1989. So no points there. So at the end of the 10 rounds, Wendy's got 10, Jim's got 9, and Darren's got 8.
Wow, I'm deeply sorry about that.
I got 4 more questions.
Okay.
Let's see who wants to go first. We'll go with the highest first. When you can get to go first. 1, 2, 3, or
4.
4. What was the best-selling Christmas song ever?
I'm gonna pass that to Darren.
Well, something is telling me White Christmas.
It was White Christmas by Bing Crosby.
Very
Nicely
good.
Well,
done.
point for Darren.
I
Yay!
thought it might be that, but I was afraid to sort of
Yeah.
guess the wrong one.
I was thinking it was either that or Band-Aid, but there we are.
Yeah, my guess would have been Band-Aid.
I see.
Kelly and Archer got that one.
But see, Band-Aid Disney, although it's a Christmas song, it wasn't actually classed as a Christmas song. It was a charitable song. That's different. It's the best. That's the best selling song ever. But a Disney class is a Christmas one because it's a charity one. So as far as I understand, Band-Aid actually did outsell White Christmas, but because
I could also
it's
tell you
the song.
the first film it appeared in as well, and it's not what you obviously think.
No, but
Oh,
it's that one there. It's that one there. Holiday Inn.
Yes, I knew. Yeah,
See, I've got a Holiday Inn as well as White Christmas. See,
'cause I remember that came up in a pub quiz once, and loads of people went, "Oh, White Christmas." No, Holiday Inn.
it appeared in
Yeah.
Holiday Inn before White Christmas. Yep.
I like what
You see, I'd be tempted when the British people had enough of this whole talent sing-along karaoke show that was going on TV, because it was always stealing Christmas #1 for like the last 10 years. And they went with Rage Against the Machine, Killing in the Name of.
Yes,
And everybody was just scrambling to buy it and just push it. So it was #1. And it actually did become #1 Christmas song.
I did. I happily did that.
Yep. So did I.
Yep. I think Colin's right. Basically, it is still one of the best selling. It's like a lot of the more modern ones from the 70s are still well selling, like Slade's Merry Christmas, things like that, because the other White Christmas has been out for such a long time. But it's still a well one. So we'll go on to Jim. Question 1, 2, or 3.
I don't know if he's still on his call. He did put something in private chat earlier.
No,
Yeah.
I'm still here.
Oh, yeah,
I was
yeah.
just
Okay.
clearing a cough. I was just clearing a cough. Don't worry, it's
No
not.
problem.
I know that feeling
1,
well.
2, or 3.
Give me #3.
Number 2.
2. Okay.
What was the highest grossing Christmas movie of all time?
Wow. Is this inflation included, or is it?
I would assume so, yes.
Right.
Because they always do that when they're actually putting the categories out. They always actually give it for inflation, because even if two are a year apart, it could be inflation for those two. So
So this is Christmas movie, not just released at Christmas.
it's a highest grossing Christmas movie.
I'll take a wild stab then at the Attenborough Miracle on 34th Street.
Nope. The answer was Home Alone.
I had a feeling.
Oh.
I had a feeling.
I had it would be one of these, like, you wouldn't go there too far, but I was thinking Christmas.
Right.
That was a good guess, though, Jim, as well. That was another good possibility. But I think
we've got 2 questions left. We've only got one person to ask. So this is for Darren, isn't it? Because Wayne got the first one.
Mm-hmm.
1 or 3?
3.
What was the real name of the character Tim Allen played in The Santa Claus?
Don't know. I'm gonna have to pass, I'm afraid.
Who you want to pass it to?
Pass it to Jim.
Right, Jim.
My poker face is clearly not working at all. Um, yeah. I will know the name the heartbeat is said, but I'm just drawing complete
Yeah,
blanks.
it was the character Tim Allen played, Archer. So
He's the lawyer.
God, it's been like
It's not been that long since I've seen it. Probably
decades.
2 years ago. But no, I do not recall the name. I know it's Tim Allen. I mean, even in Galaxy Quest, he's Tim Allen.
yeah. However, Darren gets another point.
Hey.
And the answer was Scott Calvin.
Yeah.
No idea.
So at the moment, we've got on the final with one question to go because we need it. We've got Jim on 9, Wendy on 10, and Darren on 10. So, Jim, you're out. And both of you give us an answer. You can give us the answer at the same time, and I'll work it out. How many characters did Tom Hanks play in the Polar Express?
Who's the question for again?
It's for you, Wen and
It's
Darren.
a tiebreaker. So both of you can give us an answer.
We can both. This is for both of us, is it?
Yes, because whoever gets the answer right and first.
I'll say 4. I have no idea.
Still waiting
You
for
want me
Wen.
to guess as well?
Both of you get a guess.
5.
6.
Really?
6.
Again, have a recollection of that when it came out.
Now,
I don't think I ever actually watched it.
Another question. I need to think of another question. Okay, in White Christmas, where was the lodge they were going to stay in? The same again for Wen and Darren. This is a tiebreaker. It was the one where with the snow, 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 snow song was about.
I guess we can't pass a tiebreaker then.
No, because it's a tiebreaker. Whoever gives the question right gets the.
Oh my god!
So, somewhere with a lot of snow.
Yeah.
I'll just take a wild guess. Hoth.
Yeah.
So you
Not
want the
a
answer? You want the answer?
Go on then.
Vermont.
Vermont.
Because remember, it's all about snow, snow. They go to Vermont and there's no snow. So now I need to think of another question. I thought I had enough to actually tie break it, and I've not. So let's see.
Apologies for coughing.
Question. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Okay. Deck the Halls starred. What was the 2 actors in it?
I think Disaster is right. This could go on a while.
It could. If any 2 of you get one of them, you only need. So it's 2 points. It's 1 point each. So Deck the Halls. Name the 2 actors.
No.
Go, sorry, fail.
No idea.
Oh, Vavu on that one.
Danny DeVito and Matthew Broderick.
Whoa.
Right.
Okay.
Hail, Captain. Hail, Captain.
Right, Captain. And it was definitely not Holly and Ivy either. Okay. White Christmas, there is a background dancer went on to dance in a major Hollywood musical. What was the character in the musical he starred in? Or tell me the movie he starred in.
I already forgot the question. What?
There was a background dancer in White Christmas who went on to star in a Hollywood musical.
If they're not getting this
Musical.
one, I have a really easy one. Well, it should be an easy one. It will be the fastest to answer.
Well, if they don't get this one, we might need it because I'm running out of questions.
I think
Yeah.
I think it's
I'm
safe to say
sorry.
we don't watch a lot of Christmas films.
Right. The act. Right. Okay. That's a
Bob
Let's
Fosse,
see.
says Kelly.
so,
Disaster Area said Ant and Deck for the earlier one.
yeah, I know it was all fake, but we are aware of that. Right. The answer was West Side Story. He played
Oh,
Tony.
Right.
wow.
Should I give mine then?
Right. Well,
Mine
I'll
too
just
did-
get it there, just to confirm. He actually didn't play Tony. He played Bernard. So the actor. This is him here. You'll see him if you ever watch West Side Story. He's just a background dancer.
If you'd asked us, who the lead was for West Side Story, would have been all over that one.
Yeah. But that's him there. If you watch
Yeah.
Christmas, you see him in the background. A couple of, I mean, he's
Yeah,
just a dancer.
I reckon now I see him, I recognise him, yeah.
So that was it. So none of you's got that right, Jim. Give us
Right.
an easy question, a Christmassy question.
Are
we need
you
to
ready?
do a tiebreaker. Come on.
What is Scrooge's first name?
Ebenezer.
There we go.
That was too easy, but Jim won.
You dummy.
Jim got the right question for a tiebreak, and Darren won with 11 points to Wendy's 10 and Jim's 9. How?
Well done, everybody.
Well played,
If
Gav.
next time, I think I need more tiebreakers.
Boris.
Or I just go around and then at the end, whoever's got the most points.
Oh, I've given you my cough, PJ. Oh,
Oh,
he's
I
gone.
think
He knocked
he-
himself.
He probably managed to close the wrong tab.
I've done that myself.
Yes, easily done.
Done it myself.
Let's give him a couple of seconds to rejoin.
He be back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It's hard to say, man. There's never been such a day in Beverly Hills.
Oops, my
LA.
sister. I closed
What
it
is
now,
it?
And he's back in the room.
Bah humbug.
welcome back.
Too Christmassy. Bah humbug.
Well, that's the thing. I'm in the Victor Meldrew School of Christmas.
Nothing wrong with that school. I'm in the Bah Humbug school all the time.
Oh
why
my
we
God.
got me one of these hats that said Bah Humbug. I've had one for years.
Yeah.
I'm a grumpy old god. So, what we will do is, shall we? Have you been watching any Christmas movies this week?
I watched Gremlins this morning. Sad
Yeah.
to say that I didn't clock the Gremlins question.
The nearest I got to it was watching Chuck, the Christmas episodes of Chuck, because I've been watching that. I'm on season 3.
I've
And
been
season
meaning
three
to
was
get
good.
back into that because I do like that cheeky
Yeah.
kind of spy danger humor. Because I
Yeah.
think it came out at a very, for it, what's it called, opportunity, but a very lucky timing for it because you had 24, you had Alias, you even had Dark Angel around this era. It was just a little bit before it, but
Yeah.
this was more light-hearted, even though it was dangerous-ish. Didn't hurt your eyes that the Straczynski lady was easy on the eye. but the fun part was always Baldwin. It's like a little close to Jane in Firefly.
Yeah, as I said,
But-
I still don't know what's my favourite character, Adam Baldwin's Jane or John Casey. I love both of their characters, and I can't actually say what one's best. They're good for different reasons, but I still can't say I prefer that one over that one.
You see, I gave my answer on Twitter to you. Is I'd rather shoot the guy before he wants to start a fair fight.
Yeah, but I think it's the fact is John Casey gets a bigger arc, so 5 seasons. So he gets a bigger arc to establish the character and play into it all, whereas Jane had just the 1 season, unfortunately, and they hit the ground running. They didn't get a chance to actually build on it the way they could have. But I love both of the characters. I think he's just a great actor. And
It shows the amount of humor and like comedy he can bring into it. He had more time to play, even though he brought it in immediately in Chuck as well. But he had more time to play in Chuck than he did in Firefly.
Mhm.
But I mean, one of my favorite episodes. No, it's not the Christina Hendricks one. It's the Jamestown, where he's like, "Oh, I tried to rob these guys, and suddenly I'm their hero."
Yeah.
And they have a statue of me. It goes absolutely against everything we know about him up until this point in the TV show.
Yeah, they had the song and everything. It was fantastic. I did like it, I must admit.
Yeah.
So, but that's what I've been watching. When Darren, you've been watching any Christmassy things?
No, it's been
Not this week.
It's been a bit of a mental week, actually. It's been crazy. I don't think our feet have touched the ground this week. It's been so crazy.
Yeah,
I managed an episode of UFO earlier, but that was interrupted about 3 times by various household
Feline
crashes
antics.
and feline antics, smashing things, throwing things on the floor. But that was the least of it. We just had an eventful week this week. So
we've got a few things lined up this week. We like watching the Father Ted Christmas special every year.
Right.
And BritBox have put up the 1977 version of A Christmas Carol, which features John Le Mesurier and as Marley, and I think Michael Horden is a Scrooge. So I'm gonna have a look at that in the week.
See, I love the one with Alistair Sims.
Yes,
that's the I used to watch that one with my dad.
Yeah,
that's
me is
classic.
my favourite one. Although I do like the Muppets one as well.
Well,
I like Bill Murray Scrooge. I think there's different versions of that. They're all good for different reasons.
Love the Muppet one,
and I just love the story, the original book. It's just a great story. I come back to it every year. I've seen it, watched it, watched it so many times. Whereas you just keep coming back to it. It's a classic.
I'll give you on the flip side to that. Having grown up in Scandinavia, 24th of December is, by the way, for Scandinavia when Christmas starts, when you gather around, you have your meal, you share the presents and everything. Understand it's 25th here in UK, which, even though I've been here for almost 2 decades now, it still irks me. It's like, it should be 24, because that's when it's supposed to be. But on the 24th of December, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, on the equivalent of BBC, British Broadcasting Corporation, whatever you really want to call them, it's an hour-long just Disney films. They're not necessarily all Christmassy. So you have Donald Duck going on the safari, where he's trying to take photograph of the hummingbirds and all that stuff. You have Snow White. It's when they have the party, the singing, the dancing, all of that stuff. You have Benjamin Cricket. He's the host. So they tied him in so that he's actually the host presenting the different snippets. You have Goofy's holiday or caravan trip, where he's singing "We'll Be Coming Around the Mountain," and he's jumping back into the caravan. He's sitting there and eating with them, and Mick is going, "Hey, who's driving?" It's all stuff like that. Then you have another Donald Duck episode with Pluto and the chipmunks.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah,
love that.
they completely destroy the Christmas tree. It is that kind of stuff. But for New Year's Eve, and this is something that did surprise me because I didn't look it up until a couple of years ago. I always thought it was a British production, but it turns out it was made in East Germany whilst the wall was still up, and it's called Dinner for One.
Yeah, that's an old classic. It's played every year.
Yeah, but for us in Scandinavia, it was always played around New Year's Eve.
Cool.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Just noticed in the chat, Disaster Area said Tom Baker did an episode.
Disney time.
Oh, for Disney Time. Is that a thing? Like Disney Time is called? I thought that was just like
Yeah, they used to show clips from Disney
Yeah,
films.
that's right.
Oh, well, okay.
And Tom did it in character.
Okay.
As the Doctor.
That's my American side, not knowing what the hell that was all about. Okay.
Yeah, it used to be
Moving
every bank holiday and Christmas we used to get Disney Time and all that.
I got you.
For the classic animations.
Yeah. Mind you, when you do things like that, and even the old stuff you're watching, it's always good. Because Jiminy Cricket always used to do it. But yeah.
I love Jiminy Cricket. He was my favorite.
Yep.
I think he was definitely my favorite.
Yeah, so you see, I grew up knowing him as Benjamin Cricket, not Jiminy Cricket.
That's a different one. So, shall we? Has anybody? Pardon me. Shall we do? Come on.
I'll come in again.
Pick of the week.
There you go. It basically just wouldn't play. StreamYards is playing up. For some reason, it actually kicked me out earlier, or didn't actually close properly. So when I went to close it, it had already closed, and I closed my window down. And then it's doing that. So, did you manage to pick up anything from the charity shops, since it's the last one before Christmas?
Yes, I do have my final pick, but I think I'll save it to last.
Yeah. Well, I've got 3. 1 Christmas and 2 other ones. So, I'll start, shall I?
Hold on.
One of the first ones I picked up was
Goodfellas. Awesome.
Nice one.
Yep.
I love that film.
It is a fun,
Sorry.
violent movie where Joe Pesci gets it in the nut.
It's a brilliant film, though, and I actually adore Paul Sorvino. He's no longer with us, sadly, but he was so good in that.
Pesci do seem to get it in the nuts quite a few times throughout this career, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've also managed to pick up.
Oh, Weird Science.
Oh, yes.
I love that film.
Classic.
Yeah.
Awesome film.
It is just superb.
Yeah, that was definitely, we got to get a copy of that one.
It's not seen that for years.
I love that.
Yeah. So when I saw it, I thought, yeah, beauty. And as you can imagine, what my third Christmas one was. Because I used it to actually
Deck the halls. Yeah, I
haven't seen this one.
Seen that.
So when I saw it, I thought I'd pick it up because I haven't seen it, and it's Christmas after all.
Yeah.
So that's my 3. That's my 3. So I was quite happy with those ones because I'm actually starting to get slim pickings now because I've actually emptied most of them. I have to actually have my spreadsheet with me at all times just to make sure I've not got a double of it. So every time I see a movie, I have to go through my spreadsheet on my phone just to make sure. So people actually wonder what I'm doing getting in and out of my pocket when I'm standing in a charity shop.
Yeah.
I think I'm actually shoving all these discs into my pocket. I hold 20 pence worth in my pocket as if I was stealing it. But that's what I managed to pick up, those 3. So I was quite happy with the 3. So happy.
Well done.
Yep.
Jim's had to step away just for a couple of minutes.
No problemo.
But
what about yourself? Did you manage to get anything in?
We didn't get into any charity shops in the last week. but we have a very unusual pick of the week that isn't actually a film.
Mhm.
But I need for Jim to be back because we thought of him when we found it, and it's a bit of a spoof thing.
Yeah. Well, will I just do what's the pick of my collection then while we're waiting?
Go on.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
White Christmas, yes.
I love White Christmas. It's my favourite Christmas movie of all times.
It's a really nice cover.
Christmas isn't Christmas without White Christmas. My wife was happy because the snowman was on today. So she's over the moon. That's her favourite Christmas. Christmas ain't Christmas until snowman's been on. Mine's is White Christmas. So I'm a happy chap. I've got that. So
Nice
now
one.
Jim's back.
Right.
When
Hang on.
I'm told I'm expecting a surprise.
Yes. Well, we could not help but think of you, and I hope you enjoy this. It's not a film, but it is the closest that we could come to pick of the week because we were just so absolutely amazed by the
design.
By the design and the size of it, the size of the can, shall we say. But I don't know why we thought of you, Jim, but hang on a second.
Watch it, Jim. She's going to show you your can.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
It's a Denmark thing, but it's got like the Viking. It looks like a bit of a Viking on the front.
Oh,
but you need to like see the size of this can.
Yes,
it's bigger than my head.
It does say Viking somewhere on there. Nice kind of lager,
check the
beer lager.
Check the artwork.
You can see how big it is compared to the palm of your hand. So a normal can would be inside the palm. A big can is almost a foot.
Artwork on the side.
A can you'd be able to fit within your palm, but this is.
I mean, it's still going. Look, but look at the artwork on it.
They definitely worked on that thing.
I
do like that. I really
this
like
is a
that.
keeper.
That's
the other side.
Yeah, so found it in our local branch of Heron Foods.
Very good.
Of all places.
I hope it tastes great as well. I can't say I'm familiar with the brand, so I don't know.
No,
I've never seen
new
it before.
one to us. But,
yeah, I've never ever seen that before. But
just the artwork and the design on the can
was
alone
just so cool.
You know, it's quite different.
I mean, it's look at this.
So
you could probably fill up quite a few pint glasses with this one. I think.
We're keeping this one for over the holidays.
So that's a Coca-Cola can for Andre the Giant.
I'm definitely keeping this can after.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was about all we had time for this week because it has literally just been mayhem, absolute mayhem.
Yes, there's a tag on the can.
What does it say?
Hear the Viking Saga at www.fakes.com.
FAXE.com. So we'll have to look at that, see what that's about. Let's see what's the it's 1,000 milliliters. 1,000 milliliters.
How many milliliters is it?
1,000. That's a litre.
Yeah, it's 1 liter. It's about 1.7 pints or something.
God.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, because 2 pints of milk is 0.1 litre.
Yeah.
It looks like more.
Mm-hmm. 2 pints of milk is roughly 1.1 litre. So, yeah, almost 2 pints.
Wow. Perhaps it's even bigger on the inside.
We'll find out.
Let's hope it's not the TARDIS cat.
That'll be good.
Let's hope it is.
I'll just finish this one. A TARDIS can. Just finish this one before I go. But superb. So, Jim, what did you get? Did you pick up anything?
I did. And sadly, I've been working for the last 13 days in a row. So I'll try and reveal the only thing I managed to get. It has, if you can see this,
Can't quite see it. Hold on.
Hold on, let's see, give you the full screen. Every episode ever made complete. Danger Mouse. I was actually about to say Danger Mouse.
Jim,
Okay.
Jim
As soon
wins
as
the
I saw
entire-
every episode
Yeah.
ever made with that that rating,
Jim
Danger
wins the
Mouse.
entire stream. Absolutely the entire stream.
or should I say, oh crumbs, or oh crikey, as was it? One of the other.
Yeah.
Yes, tenfold. That is
It,
right.
it contains a booklet with the what was the studio name?
Painfold.
Yes,
Tenfold, yeah.
Cosgrove, and it contains information about everything else
Oh,
they
that
did.
is superb.
That is lovely. Yeah.
Definitely.
Really lovely.
Yes, and Penfold, played by the late Terry Scott.
Yeah.
Salute to him.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
love
that's
Danger
great.
Mouse.
That is a great find.
Yeah, definitely. Jealous. Again.
Totally.
It's definitely my Christmas entertainment, halfish sorted there. I still need to get through White Christmas and It's a Wonderful Life. They're already on the playlist.
That would be a good Christmas watch. Certainly beats Mrs. Brown's Boys and a festive EastEnders.
Oh
God
my
help us.
God, Kelly, you've got every single episode of Bullwinkle. I loved that. I had the toy squirrel.
I've
I
only
have
ever
the
seen
toy
Bullwinkle a couple of times, and it's been a bad copy, but I know what it is. Rocky and Bullwinkle. It was
Rocky, I
basically,
had Rocky, yeah.
but I've only ever seen them. It was years ago. I only ever saw a couple of episodes. But
Yep.
wow. Super duper.
Fantastic.
I'm so jealous of both these, Danger Mouse and Bullwinkle. Wow.
Does anybody remember, and this is going to be for my stateside friends, is Underdog. Talking of Bullwinkle and Rocky and
Underdog. I know the song and I've seen bits and pieces from it, but I've never really. It's sort of. It's basically.
I
Something.
I have a Funko, an early Funko of Underdog, and I somewhere I'm pretty sure I have the whole, or I had the whole series at one point. I absolutely loved it. Yeah, Kelly's saying, and Tennessee Tuxedo. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Grew up on all those. Underdog was ace. I wanted his ring because he had like a little magic pill in his ring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember even it came over here because I remember because it was basically the same idea. You had people singing it on the TV in American shows, and you're sitting there going, what's that? So it was a case of found an episode here and there. But it was
The theme song for Underdog is epic.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
It basically goes a crescendo of it's sort of mighty da 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 da.
Yep.
And it goes up in a crescendo.
Simon Bar Sinister, yes.
Yeah.
You see, when I picked this one up, and I hate touching it because it's just like silver and sparkly, and I know my fingerprints. It's just getting all over it.
Ooh.
But one thing I wanted to really find was Supernan or Supergran. When I saw
Super
it.
Gran.
Yeah.
Molly Weir, Super Gran.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
brother-
literally
and her
just
brother-
rummaging through everything. It's like, I found this. Please tell me that is here somewhere, because that's kind of, for me, the same upbringing level. I had them at the same kind of time. It's also like Super Ted. Super Ted for me is around this time.
Yeah, that was 80s, yeah.
Dr. Snuggles.
Oh, no one's talked about Dr. Snuggles for years. At least none that I've heard of. It's probably still popular on YouTube if you really hunt for it.
Yeah, I remember actually rushing home from school, secondary school, not even primary, secondary school, watching it. Everybody in school watched it, even because you get all the people going, you watched that as well? Uh-huh. So do I. Basically, everybody secondary school going home watching Dr. Snuggles. It's not something that 15, 16-year-old boys actually talked about, but we all watched Snuggles.
Uh-huh.
But it was definitely fun.
Kelly asked, had I ever seen Crusader Rabbit? I haven't seen that one, Cal. I haven't. That one passed me by.
You see, I feel split because growing up in Scandinavia, even though we did get early days of Sky One satellite stuff and everything. So I did get stuff like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which was actually banned in UK. So I think I got it before UK.
Yeah.
Yes,
See
because
that
it
one
had
there,
the word
Marine
ninja.
Boy. Marine Boy, if I remember right, that was a Japanese import, because you could always tell it was a Japanese import because it had the big eyes, like an anime character's eyes. If I remember that, if that was Marine Boy, was the same one I'm thinking of.
I remember. Yeah,
that
I
one.
remember that.
Yeah,
I think he had his oxy gum so we could go underwater.
yeah. But it was I'm sure it was a Japanese one. It was dubbed.
Yeah, like Battle of the Planets. That
Yes.
sort of era. Yeah, I remember that.
I may be completely off here, but I'm not sure. Marine Boy sort of rings a bell. Something I watched along the same time I was watching Cyborg 009. Very early days anime. I don't think I can say manga. It's definitely anime.
Ooh.
Japanese stuff. Yeah, I believe it came out in 77 or something. It's been remade or redone a few times since then, but it sort of had that book. I don't know why. I could be completely off, but I'm sure Colin will correct me if I'm too far off topic.
Hello, Mr. Hyde, and welcome. Just seeing you pop up.
Hello.
Hail, Mr. Hyde.
Hail to Mr. Hyde.
Yeah, I'm just saying it.
Disaster Area says Squiddly Diddly, anyone?
I've never seen it. No, I've
I've
never
heard of it.
Not
Heard of
for
it.
me.
That's a new one on me.
No,
I see all that upstairs, downstairs, Forsyth Saga. My mum used to watch all of those, but what was the other one?
What was the one I was gonna throw someone at Kelly and see if she knows.
Wood Tops, Andy Pandy, Pippins.
I am not that old.
Pippins or Pipkins.
Pipkins.
There's
Hartley Rabbit.
It's the strange puppets, weren't they? These rather weird puppets, yeah.
Yeah. And they were basically, there's a shop in Glasgow called, it was up until a couple of years ago, it was called Pipkins. It was, and it sold figures, classic figures.
I can remember, wasn't it sort of shown sort of around lunchtime in the rainbow slot at different times a year when I was a kid? I remember it.
It was one of the ones you had that, and then you had Rent a Ghost as well.
Rent a Ghost, yeah.
Mr. Popoff.
I can remember the song, but I'm not singing it.
I remember it. I even remember some of the characters in it. I couldn't remember their names, but
I didn't know of it before, but I have seen Camberwick Green now.
Mr.
Claypole, McGrew, Cuthbert, Dibble, and Grub.
Rent a Ghost. I remember Mr. Claypole, one of the ghosts. There's Mr. Meeker. Mr. Meeker, he was like the landlord, the boss. He was the sort of the villain.
Yeah.
Of the piece. And
you had the one with the top hat, Mr. That wasn't Claypole, that was Mr. Oh, I can't even remember. He was the one with the grey hair, top hat.
He was like a sort of posh sort of character, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, that went on a long time, didn't it? And there were all sorts of weird and wonderful characters turned up, and the pantomime horse.
Yep.
And here's a bit of trivia for you: the Rent a Ghost pantomime horse. The two guys in that, they played a monster in Doctor Who, which was awful.
Was that the Marker?
Yes.
Marker,
I think it might have been Colin asking the question in the chat, but it skipped by quite fairly quickly. Depending on what year it was made, if it contained the special edition stuff. So this box set is from 2006, but something that is scaring me, it says feature running time, 1,348 minutes for this box.
That's an interesting way of putting it.
Yeah.
I believe it's 1,440 minutes in a single day. So that's how much content it is. It's literally 24 hours non-stop, just
What?
shy of.
Right. So, what we'll do, every so often, we'll do another quiz. We'll try and
I definitely vote for that. Yeah. that sounds-
sci-fi created. So it's obviously not going to be every week because the amount of work.
I might be able to regrow some brain cells for that one as well.
Yeah. So we'll do that once in the blue moon. But this will be the last Saturday until the new year.
Yeah.
Because next Saturday's Christmas Day, following Saturday's Hogmanay.
Yay.
It'll be the Saturday after. We'll probably have a Wednesday before we have the Saturday. So Wednesday will be the final show of the year, and we'll start the first Wednesday back in January. That'll give us roughly about 2 weeks break, so we can all actually just get pissed, stuffed full of food, and a lot of presents. Fun!
Sounds good to me.
Sounds lovely.
So Jim and I are still doing our Sunday one, but we're only doing this Sunday. Next Sunday's Boxing Day. And I'm not sobering up and getting up out of my bed early for anybody, especially that pants.
No.
I'm just waiting for you to hit my level. I could not
Episode
watch.
6, then there's 7. So this is only 5 coming up. Then there's 6, then 7, then 8. So I'm not looking forward to it.
I've fast forwarded through 7. Not giving spoilers away, but I was just so bored.
Well, after 3, I was bored. I basically.
Oh,
However,
you're thinking,
we'll try
you
and keep
think
that for tomorrow,
your level.
so we're less bored when we trash it. I mean, talk about it. I mean, review it. I mean, see, I've said it in other people's channels. It would have been better if they had said, instead of saying Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time, they said inspired by Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time,
Yeah.
and at a different age.
Yeah. It's
no
like
characters with the
instantly
names.
gets it instantly means okay, I'm not going to expect this to be anything like the original.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So you could have the magic work in a particular way. So you're just saying it's inspired by that, but
Yeah.
you're making it something different. And so instead of having Moiraine, Lan, and all that, you could have different characters
Yeah.
in whatever way you want it. And nobody can say, compared to the books, this did this. Then you could say, but it's nothing to do with the books. And then that way, nobody can complain.
Yeah.
Very, very much agree to that part, but even so, standalone, if you come into it completely cold, I'd be surprised, even if you are of, oh yay, female power and they're the bestest and men are just trash. Even if you are of that cut of cloth, this is junk.
Unfortunately, I know a few people who like it because it's very Game of Thrones and they like Game of Thrones. So they think it's
not even
great.
close to Game of Thrones.
It's because they don't know the books and it's just they're seeing it for the first time, don't know anything else, and as far as they're concerned, it's quite good.
Anyone
brother-in-law's
comparing
one of
Wheel
them
of
who thinks
Time
it's great.
to Game of Thrones have not watched or read Game of Thrones.
But that's what they're saying. That's what I'm saying. My brother-in-law has never read the books, never even heard of the books. He likes it because it's very Game of Thrones like. So he's got no preconceptions, and he's gone in and said that he quite enjoys it.
I'm pressing X for doubt. I mean, he's probably right. And
I told him he was crazy. So
I have colleagues that they say they really love STD. And I'm just going, have you seen Star Trek in any other form? Have you seen the films, even the recent ones? And they go, nope. And I go, okay, fine. I know where you are. And I say, you can't ask me because I've seen everything from the last 50, 55 years, backwards and forwards. And I very much love it. And for me, it's the new stuff. It has the right to exist. I don't deny it. It's kind of like a fan book or a fan blog someone has written. You have, all right, that's your idea. But for me, STD, it is not Star Trek. it has no core message that Star Trek brought in.
We felt absolutely no
Yeah.
urge to watch it.
No.
Yeah, the thing is,
Actually,
the problem is, you know, it's going to be like as soon as they said they were going to actually do it. And as Mr. Hyde said, never read the books, but still couldn't get into it. It turned after 10 minutes because it was boring. Even if you hadn't read the books, there was nothing there to actually drag you in because there was no character stories. It was a case of look at all the women doing all the great stuff and look at all the men just cowering.
Mm-hmm.
What's the point? Might as well just have no men.
That was great to me even more around the Wheel of Time. It's look how useless all the men are. None of them add value. And
Surprise.
sadly, what we will be talking about tomorrow, I think, PJ, you may need to have your pharmacy on speed dial.
See, the problem,
Blood
because I'm
pressure,
so
medication.
disinterested after the last one, I can't imagine them doing anything even actually sparks a bit of anger or interest or anything because it's so dull. I'm going into it with my brain already switched off. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter how much worse they get. It's so boring that I've got zero interest.
No. They went complete Armageddon on this one. They literally went, we know we got junk. Let's see how far down the barrel we can dig. Let's begin by removing the bottom of the barrel and then start digging. And then producing.
That's the old story. They've hit the bottom of the barrel, but they've turned the barrel over and kept on digging.
So they've basically nuked the site from orbit then.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't want to spoil it for people that
you can't spoil milk. Told you that.
Oh, trust me, they made a completely new product. All
This
over
surprised
again.
me. That's what I'm saying. This does not surprise me. After the third episode, I was already bored with it. And the only reason I'm watching it is because we said we would do the review. But anyway, we don't want to actually talk about it before we've watched it because I've not watched it. Colin still hasn't watched it for tomorrow either. But tomorrow I've got to go at my sister's birthday, so I'm going to go and visit my sister tomorrow.
Oh,
Prezi. Then when I get back, I need to actually get down to watching Wheel of Time, and then just bits and pieces to do before.
I'm not envying you
again next week, so I'm more relaxed, so I can actually just have that extra half hour in my bed in the morning. But
yes. Yeah, you sounding a bit rough now, PJ, as well. I can hear it in your voice.
Yeah, it's getting to the point. Yeah, it's getting to the point. Today I basically woke up at 5 and actually 4:30, and I couldn't get back to sleep, so I got up, and then about 7 o'clock went back to my bed and woke up just before 12. So it's basically, and I've been rough the whole day. And then obviously with my mom, my wife actually getting notified she had to take tests. She was panicking about me, but both tests were negative, so we were fine. As I said, I get this every so often, so it's nothing new. It's the same as when they brought all this out, and I says, "Do you realise I'm a smoker? See this? This is a cough. It goes because I smoke, but it's because I smoke. People will actually be going."
I loved it in the beginning when the lockdowns first hit and people were going, "Oh, watch out for these symptoms," because I had that dry cough from smoking. I just love the fact people were just backing off. It's like,
it's great. Just get a nice messy sounding cough, and then it's like you got the whole place to yourself.
Yeah.
Hey, Cam.
Hey, Cam.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone.
Yes, Cam, and to you. Merry Christmas.
Happy Christmas, happy Boxing Day, happy Yuletide, happy Hanukkah, happy festive season, happy Hogmanay, happy New Year, happy whatever you celebrate. Or if you don't celebrate anything, happy humbug.
Yep.
I'm a humbug. I'm okay with that.
Well, I'll go with the Scandinavian saying of "God jul och gott nytt år."
Ooh,
that sounds like a Scottish saying. Who you bloody talking to?
I understand why we were fighting 1,000 years ago because I gave you a season greeting and you just went, "What did you call my mum?"
Oh, the best one I've ever seen is Kellyanne was somebody driving in their car with a mask on, sitting on the road on the motorway, with a cigarette and constantly pulling her mask down, having a cert and pulling her mask up, and they're on their own. As I was driving, they're diagonally across from us, and I'm sitting there thinking, nuts. You're in the car on your own while you're wearing a mask, but the fact is, you pull it down, have a straw, and pull it back up, then go. It's nuts. It's the thing. It's as I've been saying from day one. If anybody wants to wear it for their own peace of mind, what's the issue? But if somebody doesn't want to wear it, what's the issue? Unless the government are going to give us the one mask that actually works, that even isn't surgical masks, surgical grade masks, it's one masks out of all the masks work, then what's the point? Because if you might as well do that. You might as well do that, because having a piece of cloth over your mouth is the same as doing that, because it's only going to stop large spits of spittle and stuff like that if you cough.
I saw the YouTuber streaming the crap going on in London this afternoon, and it was like, really? People are all over the place on this, and I just can't be bothered. It's your choice at the end of the day.
But that's the thing. It's when people actually decide their choice is everybody's. That's why if I want a politician to give me a piece of advice, then I'll actually go to a bin man to actually get my teeth out.
Exactly. Your first problem. You say, I'm going to a politician to get advice. Like, really? They're meant to be as neutral as possible just by default. They may not mean to lie, but they will literally find the absolute middle ground, no answer ever. Mm-hmm. It's literally the worst place you can go to for a response or suggestion.
Yeah, you got to wonder about some people.
Yeah. But the thing is, some people actually just take it too far, because you've seen all the ones where the people they've got plastic bags all wrapped around them and stuff like that, and you're sitting there thinking,
oh, there's some really funny photos out there, honest to God.
Yeah, I've got one. Basically, somebody complained that I didn't wear a mask in work, and I've got a picture of him standing with everybody with their Christmas jumpers on, getting a picture without a mask away from his desk.
Yeah. Can you say?
He complained
I
that I
love
walked about without a mask.
These photo people. It's like professional photographer snapping, and they have the mask on, and then you have people with just like TikTok in the background. As soon as the professional photographer walks away, mask comes off. There's like no distancing, no nothing. And you just like, really?
I saw that. The Santa got arrested for not wearing a mask.
Me.
Oh,
yeah.
No.
So the cops arrested a Santa in front of a load of kids. Yeah, what does that tell you? The kids don't trust the cops because they're Santa and you've arrested them. So who's the evil one in that one? It's not the Santa. Did you not see the one about the guy on the train?
A bad cop, even if I was
did you
a
not
bad
see the one
cop.
on the train? Did you not see the one on the train? The guy who was sitting without a mask on the train, and he basically the cop was shouting at him. And what he did was he took his mask down to shout at him.
Santa arrested for not wearing a mask. We have gone beyond Santa, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've just gone beyond the edge of insanity here, haven't we?
Yeah.
Oh dear me.
I would say which is why
sorry.
I keep my distance. I keep to myself, and I do respect the local shops around here. All of them know me. They know me by first name and all of that stuff, because it's here in the UK it's called kind of a village, even though it's part of greater, the massive part of London. The village communities are small. The shop owners tend to know you. They tend to say hello, hi, greeting, and everything. And I always follow their desires. There are a few of them that still desires you to wear masks. I'll comply with that, because I know I get great service when I come into this shop. They are just a little bit more careful and vigilant, maybe nervous.
Our mask mandate has remained in effect here, so nothing's really changed for us. We've, shops, and even like shopping centers, all the bits that are undercover, you still have to wear a
Yeah,
mask.
we've had it for months in Wales, the mask mandate. So public transport shops.
Yeah,
and now
it's been pretty much steady, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
That's
the funny
why I like my car, because I would never
Yeah.
go back to public transport, just for the simple fact is the hoops you have to run through. If I was travelling to my work by public transport, I would have to get a bus, then a train, then another bus, and that's 2.5 hours trip to work and another 2.5 hours back. That's
Yeah.
assuming I get the bus as soon as I get to the bus stop.
Yeah.
yeah,
So it could be 3 hours, and I'm not spending 6 hours a day sitting in public transport.
no. Well, there's
spend 2
certain
hours a day in the car.
situations. Yeah,
It's
there's certain
surprising.
situations.
It's surprising how tiny our little island is, yet how much time it takes to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just bizarre. I mean,
Yeah,
I can understand if you're in Texas or Florida, and you go, "Oh yeah, it's just a 5-hour drive," and you go, "That's nothing." And here it's like, really, I have to go 4 miles, and it's going to take me 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's like that. I made a trip some years ago from South Wales to London, which took about an hour and a half just over on the train, and then across London, and it actually took longer to get across London with all the changes on the tube and everything
Yeah.
than it did to get from Newport to Paddington.
Yep.
It was a crazy trip.
Yeah.
I agree,
really
Mr.
bizarre.
Hyde. We do the same thing. We go. In fact, that's what we did this morning. But because we didn't sleep well last night,
Yeah.
because we live in a block of flats, I'll leave that there. We go we get like a 10 to 8 bus, so we're down in
Yeah.
town by like 8
We
o'clock.
go early, yeah.
yeah. I used to do
It's
that when I
nice.
had my motorbike. I used to go at like 2 in the morning because it was
Oh,
easier.
so
And
nice.
I could
Yeah.
actually just drive, no hassles with all my
Yeah.
panniers packed with food, and I had all the bags on my back. And
It's like being in an alternative universe, isn't it? It's
yes,
like,
Yeah,
wow.
it's good for us. Our local Asda is right next to the bus stop, so we get off the bus straight in. We go
Yeah.
around there, and then we go back round to the other bus stop on the other side of town and out.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's the nice part for me. I always drove everywhere. Growing up in the States, you need a car to get around unless you live in a city. So always drove. So moving here, I'm actually I'm past the honeymoon phase, I'll tell you that much, but I'm still in love with public transport here, only because of the amount of years that I drove and scraped ice and snow and all that off my car, not having a garage, for my car.
Yeah. I do
You know,
appreciate that.
I put my time in, I've
Yeah.
paid my dues. So I drove, I was driving in 1984 right up until I moved here in 2008. So put my time in, and now I like to get on the bus and it's somebody else's problem.
Yeah. See,
Yeah,
I'm okay with driving. I actually enjoy it because I've got an audiobook, so I'm okay.
I used to love driving. I absolutely loved it, but
that's
I am just like ready to just get on
the
the bus
difference.
now.
When we drive from New York to New Hampshire, well,
That was like nothing. That
just
would
be a
like
normal
weekend.
thing.
Yeah.
Here in the UK, we think it's a long way down the road to the chemist.
That's just peanuts, the space.
Yes, you got it.
But
Oh, yeah.
even just attempting to drive in London, I mean, are these people insane?
It's the same as when you see all the TV programs in America. They come up, they drive up and drive right up and park right outside the building they're going to, and most people are going, "Really?"
Yeah.
They're no spending 2 or 3 hours just driving around trying to find a space. It shows it's how much of a farce it is, because even everybody, even not in New York, know fine well that doesn't
And
happen in the
not
main
only
city.
do they just drive up, they never lock their cars either.
Yeah, I know.
My
Definitely.
God, you got to lock your door in
Yeah.
at a red light in some places. Um,
I've
yeah,
got a-
there's lots of things I miss about having a car. Definitely, you know, I mean, there's more places that we could go having one, but we're so busy, you know, with work and family responsibilities and things that we wouldn't have a lot of time at the moment to do it. But perhaps one day again, you know, I'll get round. You know, perhaps we'll get another one. But
Yeah.
I'm right now. I mean, my daily commute, almost all the years that I was working was like 40 miles each way, so 80 miles a day. And then by the time I left to come here, my poor old Dodge Colt, which I adored, it broke my heart to let her go. She had 269,000 miles on her, I think. But great cars.
Yeah, the one I actually was gutted to get rid of was my Rover. I had a Rover 45. When I got it, it had 27,000 miles on the clock, and
Yeah.
it was about 15 to 18 years old. And the person who'd owned it from you was an old man who would drive about 300 miles.
Well, that's the best kind. Yeah.
So the engine was immaculate.
Yeah.
By the time I finished with it, it had actually trebled the mileage. But it was just one of those things. But I loved the Rover. It was just a beautiful car to drive. It was too low. I felt as if I was going to get out of it. Getting too old for them. I need to get a car that I could step into rather than fall into.
I'd never had any super fancy cars, but the Toyota Corolla 2 that I had, he was. I can't describe it. It was just so smooth. Taking a curve, parking, driving, even if it was long haul driving, like you were driving 60 miles non-stop, it was just so smooth. I can't compare it to the other. I mean, I'm a geek. Give me a DeLorean, please.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, no. I know. I want a Trans Am.
Oh, Sneaky and the Bandit.
No, the Bandit Trans Am. I want Kit.
Oh, no, I'd rather have Bandits.
Well, Bandit with a big gold. Eagle.
What's the car to
Yes.
drive in Supernatural?
I don't know. Supernatural
Because
still in my watch list. I haven't an idea what they drive.
But that is the kind of car that had those really large, spacious seats.
Yes. I can see the car and I can't think of the make of the car.
Never driven one, never even been a passenger in one, but they look like that looks like fun drive.
Mm.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, the DeLorean. If I win the lottery, I'm definitely getting one. I don't care who I have to steal it from and pay millions. I'm getting one.
Yeah. I'm actually starting to flag, ladies and gents. My head's pounding again.
Yeah, you need to sort yourself out, PJ. Yeah, get some Lemsips or whiskey or something down you. And
bourbon. I've got a bourbon.
Here's a funny home remedy: Lemsip, and it's not whiskey. It's the
brandy.
Oh, it's just
Baileys.
No, not Baileys. It's closer to rum, but it's not rum. So you do half Lemsip, half
Malibu, a white coconut rum.
Oh.
Well, you could do that too, but it is you do half Lemsip, half strong alcohol, so whiskey level alcohol.
Yeah, you tried that. Right?
Yeah, I had Lemsip with brandy in it the other week when I was feeling ill, and that was rather a nice combination.
Yeah, that sounds absolutely delicious.
That set me off quite nicely.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go and do something.
Yeah, you take care, PJ.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, everybody, as well.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for joining us. Remember, hit that like button. If you've not, please subscribe. And Jim and I will be back on Sunday for the Wheel of Time pile of pish. That's assuming I've not shot myself after watching it. And then on Wednesday, we'll do the final one of the year, a movie. And have we got any ideas for the movie?
Smoking.
We've got an idea, we'll post it, but at the moment we're still not got anything concrete.
I churn out a few ones, but they are sadly not exactly Christmas. They do take place during winter time. But
we don't want
I'm
something
looking
that actually you
at
go,
my.
we don't want things that people go, oh, that's a sad movie.
Well,
want something that's a
we
fun movie.
do have on my list Shazam.
Oh, yes.
Shazam.
That was fun. I don't know.
It's a fun movie.
I don't know how we would watch that, but we'll figure it out.
We could go with a very classic UK film, Love Actually.
What?
I'm just looking through the list that I do have of
Everybody's
films
told me
around
to watch
Christmas.
that.
Mhm.
You haven't seen that, have you? Babe?
We'll discuss it in a bit, basically, but there is obviously, as you can see, there's a few ideas going
Oh,
around.
Lincoln is
I have
in
one
it.
for Wednesday.
Yeah,
I'm working from home, so I've got plenty of time to catch up with the movies.
we'll
So,
sort something out.
All right then.
so Wen and Darren, thank you for joining us. Jim, thank you for joining us.
having us.
And ladies and gentlemen in the chat, thank you as always. It's been fun. Have
Yeah,
a
happy
Merry Christmas.
Happy New
Happy
Year.
New Year,
Indeed.
Happy
Happy
Hanukkah.
everything.
Nadolig
Enjoy the
Clywed.
festive season.
Nadala Clowen from Wales.
Feliz Navidad if you're on the Spanish persuasion.
Indeed.
May the force be with you.
Always.
And also
Did
with
you like that? Did you like that?
Indeed.
Yes,
Crossing
he
the
definitely
stream.
had it in the
Yes.
split.
Across the streams. Across the streams.
Yeah.
I just want to see who
Alright.
got that one. But ladies and gents, thank you very much. And remember, I'm not old, I'm classic. PJ may be for the last time for Let's Talk
night.
Geeky this year. Good night.
Good
Ta-ra.
night.
Bye.